Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. Diabetes affects around 26 million Americans, and Andy Mandell is one of them. He's also known as Mr. Diabetes.
And as the executive director of the Defeat Diabetes Foundation, he's proving that the diabetics are neither helpless nor hopeless and could lead productive lives. Andy Mandell joins us.
Good to have you here, Andy.
Well, thanks for having me.
How old were you when you were diagnosed?
40.
40
I was
years
40
old.
years old, yeah.
And you were a healthy guy?
I was very, very active. I've been an exerciser most of my life from the age of 13 on. And that's one of the issues with diabetes. If you have, and I was a perfect profile for this from birth, if you have any of the risk factors for developing diabetes, if you don't pay attention to them with proper medical oversight, then bad things can happen. Let me give you an example of some of those determinants are. For example, there's ethnic concerns. If you're African American, Hispanic, if you're Asian, if you're Pacific Islander, if you're Native American, I mean, this is the profile, this is the fabric of our society. If there is a genetic link to diabetes in your family, here's one that people don't really know about so much. If you weighed 9 pounds or more at birth, that's a risk factor both for the baby and for the mother later on. The risk factors are serious. Then becomes lifestyle. So even though I was active and I've done marathons, I'm into the martial arts, I've done a lot of things, without that medical oversight, and that would be from an endocrinologist, they're specialists in the diabetes field, you can then either catch it early or prevent it from happening in the first place. And there are methods for doing that as well.
How could you have prevented it from happening to you, though?
Because with the medical oversight and the awareness,
right, okay,
you automatically do certain things. You change your diet. Diet is very, very important. It's a metabolic disorder as well as a medical disease. And fitness. Fitness wasn't my issue, but if you don't incorporate the three of those things, you could have a problem if you have any of those risk factors.
Well, I know you're a very busy guy, and I understand you went on a kind of a long walk.
I did.
Maybe 10,000-mile walk, huh?
It was 10,000 miles, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, we left, I left Madeira Beach in
Florida?
In Florida, right here in Florida, yeah. 2000 and December 1st of 2000. And then walked to California, took a right turn, went up to Seattle, took another right turn, crossed the Cascades over the Rockies to the coast of Maine, took another right turn, came down the coast to the Everglades, to Key Largo, crossed the Everglades, and then came back. So it was a 10,000-mile walk. The purpose was diabetes awareness. And I would meet people all around the country with diabetes, and over 78,000 people came out to greet me, share their diabetes concerns and experiences, and as a result of all of this, I would meet and talk with politicians, hospitals, diabetes researchers around the country. So I got a real good handle on what's going on out there. Based on that, we are now developing programs to address those issues.
We've got 1 minute left, and I want to ask you, how are you managing your diabetes now? How are you living with it? Because you're still pretty active, right?
I'm very active. I get my A1C test regularly. That's a definitive test to determine if you are diabetic. Following if you can focus in on this thing, we've created the diabetes kid curriculum. This is Defeat Diabetes Month, so if people go to our website, defeatdiabetes.org, you will find all kinds of activities that we have scheduled for Defeat Diabetes Month that will help everybody get onto a better path.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much, Andy. And you can link to Andy's website through daytimeonline.tv.
Keep walking.
Thank you very much. You're wonderful.
We'll
Thank
be right
you.
back with more Daytime, so stick around.